The current time is 9:44 a.m. Central Daylight Time. You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio Station WXL26, the voice of the National Weather Service, operating on a frequency of 162.475 MHz from the National Weather Service in Corpus Christi, Texas. The transmitter and antenna is located on the 1, Ohio, 5.1 FM, KMAG, tower in Port O'Connor, Texas, with the cooperation of Cordell Communications. Here are the 9 a.m. South Texas weather observations. At Port Lavaca, fog. Temperature 75 degrees, the dew point 71, and the relative humidity 86%. Wind southwest at 8 miles an hour. The pressure 29.75 inches and rising. At Bay City, visibility 10 miles. Temperature was 73 degrees, dew point 70. Wind was southwest at 10 miles an hour. And the pressure was 29.75 inches and rising. The report from Palacios was not available. Rockport, fog. Temperature 73 degrees. Victoria, fog. Temperature 73 degrees. San Antonio, mostly sunny. Temperature 66 degrees. Houston, partly sunny. Temperature 74 degrees. Galveston, cloudy. Temperature 75 degrees. At Port Aransas, winds were south at 13 knots. Air temperature 71 degrees. At Bowie 42,019. Air temperature 74 degrees. Wave height 6 feet. Wave period 7 seconds. At the Bowie 45 nautical miles southeast of Baffin Bay, south winds at 12 knots. Seawater temperature was 71 degrees. Waves are 4 feet with a period of 6 seconds. Here is the 9 a.m. Marine Roundup for the coastal bend. The following data are raw and unverified. At New Aces Bay near the mouth of the New Aces River, the water temperature was 75 degrees. Winds were out of the north at 8 knots, with gusts as high as 9 knots. The water level was 0.05 feet above mean sea level. At Ingleside, the air temperature was 74 degrees. Winds were out of the west at 4 knots, with gusts as high as 6 knots. The water level was 0.35 feet above mean sea level. At Packery Channel, the air temperature was 73 degrees. The water temperature was 75 degrees. Winds were out of the northwest at 7 knots, with gusts as high as 12 knots. The water level was 0.31 feet above mean sea level. At Port Aransas Ferry Landing, the air temperature was 72 degrees. The water temperature was 75 degrees. Winds were out of the northwest at 5 knots, with gusts as high as 7 knots. The water level was 0.76 feet above mean sea level. At Bird Island, the air temperature was 72 degrees. The water temperature was 75 degrees. Winds were out of the south at 2 knots, with gusts as high as 3 knots. The water level was 0.21 feet above mean sea level. At Baffin Bay, the air temperature was 72 degrees. The water temperature was 76 degrees. Winds were out of the southeast at 4 knots, with gusts as high as 6 knots. The water level was 0.12 feet above mean sea level. At Rockport, the air temperature was 72 degrees. The water temperature was 79 degrees. Winds were out of the northwest at 4 knots, with gusts as high as 8 knots. The water level was 0.56 feet above mean sea level. At Seadrift, the air temperature was 73 degrees. The water temperature was 74 degrees. Winds were out of the south at 7 knots, with gusts as high as 9 knots. The water level was 0.03 feet below mean sea level. At Port O'Connor, the air temperature was 73 degrees. The water temperature was 82 degrees. Winds were out of the south at 13 knots, with gusts as high as 15 knots. The water level was 0.64 feet above mean sea level. the forecast for the Port O'Connor area. Today, mostly cloudy this morning, then clearing. Highs in the mid-80s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming northwest this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Cooler. Less humid with lows in the upper 50s. North winds around 15 miles an hour. Monday, mostly cloudy. A slight chance of showers in the afternoon. Cooler with highs around 70. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain 20%. Monday night, mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers. Lows in the mid-50s. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Here is the synopsis for the Middle Texas coastal waters. A moderate to strong onshore flow early this morning is expected to become weak to moderate through the day today as a cold front approaches the region. Winds will shift offshore tonight behind the boundary and strengthen to moderate to strong levels again, with small craft advisory conditions possible through Monday. Moderate to strong northeast to east flow will persist Monday night through Tuesday night due to surface high pressure over the northern Gulf of Mexico and surface low pressure over the Bay of Campeche. Isolated to scattered showers and patchy to areas of light rain are expected Monday night and Tuesday as warmer moist air overruns the cooler surface. Moderate to strong onshore flow expected Wednesday night through Thursday night as surface low pressure deepens over the southern plains. The marine forecast for the bay waters from Baton Bay to Port Aransas. Today, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots. Becoming north 5 to 10 knots this afternoon. Bay and inland waters slightly choppy to occasionally choppy. Tonight, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Bay and inland waters choppy to occasionally rough. Monday, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Bay and inland waters choppy to occasionally rough. A slight chance of showers in the morning, then a chance of showers in the afternoon. Monday night, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots, becoming east 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Bay and inland waters choppy. A slight chance of showers in the evening, then a chance of showers after midnight. The marine forecast for the bay waters from Baton Bay to Port O'Connor. Small craft should exercise caution. Today, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots, becoming northwest 5 to 10 knots this afternoon. Bay and inland waters choppy to occasionally rough. Tonight, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Bay and inland waters choppy to occasionally rough. Monday, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Bay and inland waters choppy to occasionally rough. A slight chance of showers. Monday night, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots. Bay and inland waters slightly choppy to occasionally choppy. A slight chance of showers. The marine forecast for the coastal waters of Baton Bay to Port Aransas out to 20 nautical miles. Small craft should exercise caution. Today, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots, becoming south 5 to 10 knots this afternoon. Waves 3 to 5 feet, occasionally seas up to 6 feet, subsiding to 2 to 3 feet this afternoon. Tonight, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots, increasing to 20 to 25 knots after midnight. Waves 2 to 3 feet, building to 3 to 5 feet, occasionally seas up to 6 feet after midnight. Monday, northeast winds around 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Waves 5 to 7 feet, occasionally seas up to 9 feet. A slight chance of showers in the morning, then a chance of showers in the afternoon. Monday night, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Waves 5 to 7 feet, occasionally seas up to 9 feet. A slight chance of showers in the evening, then a chance of showers after midnight. The marine forecast for the coastal waters of Port Aransas to Manicold, channel out to 20 knots. should exercise caution.
Okay.
Today, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots, diminishing to 5 to 10 knots this
I
afternoon.
was worried that was going to happen.
Waves 3 to 5 feet, occasionally seas up to 6 feet. Fog was reported at winds 15 to 20 knots.
Crap.
Northeast 20 to 25 knots after midnight. Waves 2 to 3 feet, building to 3 to 5 feet, occasionally seas up to 6 feet after midnight. Monday, northeast winds around 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Waves 4 to 6 feet, occasionally seas up to 8 feet. A slight chance of showers. Monday night, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Waves 5 to 7 feet, occasionally seas up to 9 feet. A slight chance of showers. The marine forecast for the coastal waters from Baton Bay to the Matagorda Ship Channel out to 60 nautical miles. Claims small craft should exercise caution. And Tuesday, which is Wednesday, winds 15 to 20 knots. Thursday, 25 knots.
Okay, well,
Waves 3 to 5 feet, occasionally seas up to 6 feet. Tonight, north winds 15 to 20 knots. Northeast 20 to 25. Cooler with transient activities. Northeast 10 to 15 miles.
I guess that's it. It's the first time that's happened.